Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, my name is Nikki. I am a fourth year homeschooling mom to 5 little boys. And today I'm going to be giving a little update on how our screen-free life is going. So grab your coffee or your tea and let's chat. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am going to link here, somewhere up here, the video that I did over the summer talking about us going screen-free in our home. So if you haven't watched that, I highly recommend going and checking that out before you proceed. So back in, what was it, June? I started kind of like delving into the world of screens and stimulation with little kids and really starting to like understand how it was affecting my kids. And we did a cold turkey, no screens, basically all summer. I did a road trip where we did no screens all the way down and back. It was challenging, but we did it. And so here we are several months later. And I said in that video, like when we first started this journey, I never wanted or intended to be 100% screen free. I enjoy TV on occasion. I mean, I love TV, but I just don't get to watch it. And I don't want to keep my kids from watching TV all of the time. But this is the big but. So we basically did screen-free all summer long. And then once September rolled around, I started to add it in a little bit. So we did a couple of movie nights over the summer, but with those like literally like 2 exceptions, there were no screens all summer. And then when September came, I started adding it a little bit. And I was very careful about what I was letting them watch. And I'm going to direct you to Jerica. I'm going to put her Instagram handle right here. She's not super active on social media because she has like a whole community group. She has a awesome website with all of this information, but on her Instagram you can see all of this stuff. You can see in her highlights all of the shows that she has like gone through and evaluated. And I have really gone off of her recommendations of what shows are the least stimulating and the best if you're going to let your kid watch TV. And so I would say for the most part, we have kept to that. This has been a really busy season in my life, and with my husband has been working a lot, and my older 2 boys are in extracurriculars, and me going back and forth, and the little one's always on the go. I have really wanted to rely on screens, but this is what I have found. So when I allow screen time with the recommended shows, I see little to no kickback. And when I say kickback, I mean little to no like overstimulation, behavior changes, or anything like that. And you know, it is limited, but on occasion, there were a couple weekends where we have let them watch different things, like different Disney shows and different movies, some stuff on Netflix, things like that. And almost immediately, we see changes in behavior, changes in like their stimulation, changes in their behavior at bedtime. And, you know, I have one child in particular who we have seen is very, very sensitive to screens. And it makes me sad because I don't want him to have to never be able to, I don't want to never let him watch TV. But it's really hard because when we do let him kind of like go out of the bubble, it is like 2 days of detoxing that has to happen before I can reel him back in again. And let me tell you, like, this is really I'm just like very enlightened. I've been just really woke about the whole screen situation. It makes me wonder how many parents deal with like tantruming toddlers and preschoolers and kids like with like really, really hard behaviors that they're trying to manage. And it makes me wonder how many of these issues are directly correlated to their screen time. Now, this is not a judgmental, shaming thing. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. And sometimes you just got to let them watch TV so that you can do X, Y, and Z. I really am just sharing like my own journey and experience with this with my kids because it has made all the difference. And I think like knowing the why behind some of these things, like some of these really difficult behaviors, is liberating because it makes you feel less crazy as a parent and a little bit more in control of being able to help your child. Ultimately, like, we're all just trying to do our best and we all just want to have happy, healthy kids. And I just am sharing this because I feel like it's not talked about enough. I feel like if you say anything against screen time, you get combated with, you know, well, you're just shaming parents who, you know, let their kids watch TV or play games or go on an iPad. And that's really not it. I just want to help other parents because I have seen such a huge difference in my kids when they're not on screens. I want to be very open that it is a lot to do with the shows that our kids are watching. You know, a lot of these shows, most of the kids shows that are on Netflix and Disney, they are not there to like help our kids learn the alphabet or whatever. You know, I've seen, I'm gonna go off here on a tangent. I have seen parents talking about the show called Cocomelon. And if you have little kids, you know exactly what that show is. And I have seen parents saying, you know, well, that show taught my kid how to count to 10 or, you know, taught them the alphabet. And okay, that's great. But while your kid was learning the alphabet, their brain was being so overstimulated that it was acting as if it were in an addiction mode, because that's what that show does. Like, those are facts. That's actually what that show does. Again, I'm going to refer you to Jerica because she has way better, concise information specifically on that show. That show is like the worst of the worst. So I have one child in particular who is really affected by screen time, and we're not 100% screen free. Again, I let them watch some TV here and there. We watch together as a family. We watch like Dancing with the Stars because my boys love that show. I also love that show. So, you know, we use that as like something that we do after co-op on, you know, during the week. We, you know, come home and we all need some rest time after a busy day. And so that's something that we do together. And then the TV goes off and we kind of, you know, go on with our evening. But one thing that I have learned is it's okay to not let your kids be on screens. And I feel like we think that we're like taking something away from them if they are not on a screen. I promise you, your kids are better for it. But also, it's okay if you do let your kids watch TV or play on an iPad every once in a while, or if you're in a season where you just have to do that. So, for instance, this has been an absolutely insane time in my life. There has been so much, like we have just been so busy, and I'm not a fan of busy. Like I'm just not. It's one of the reasons why I love homeschool, because our mornings are not crazy. We are not busy. But my boys are in sports and they love those sports. So, with that comes a lot of time as a parent going back and forth to practices. So the little ones they have been in the car a lot, and they have definitely watched TV, or, the TV in our car more than if we would have just been home. Not every time, but usually like once or twice a week when we were going back and forth to pick them up from practice, I would let them watch something, because it sucks to sit in the car all that time. And they're little, and I get it. So we're not 100% screen free, but we have changed our screen habits significantly. I actually can't even remember the last time that my kids played on an iPad. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I don't even know. It's been a really long time. We actually lost one of our iPads when we came back from our road trip, and I've never found it. And I'm just like, well, it's gone now. And that's that. Oh, there it is. We're not completely screen free, but we are most days screen free. And there are always going to be exceptions. Sometimes life just happens and I need them to chill for 5 minutes so that I can film a video or do some laundry or do anything. And I need them to sit down and watch Bluey. Okay? We'll see what the future holds. But I know for sure that we will never go back to our old screen time habits. That is long gone in the past. No more. It's not happening. And we are all better for it. And you know what? One other takeaway from this is, with their lessened screen time has been my own lessened screen time. I am on social media less. I barely ever watch TV, and I have read more books this year than I have in all of my adult life. That's a win. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big old thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay.